Hello everybody, Wolf Vortex here. I'm back again with another video. Now today's video is going to be looking in depth at the MLS is Back tournament, which has been set up in Orlando. So what we're going to be doing today is predicting every single group and giving basically like a detailed analysis on why I basically just picked these groups or these results from the groups. So in Group A, there's 6 teams, so essentially there's 3 teams, and there could be a wild card. I personally didn't go for a wild card in this group. My picks were in first, I had NYCFC because I think NYCFC could be pretty good in this tournament now. As a Red Bulls fan, I feel terrible saying that, but hear me out. NYCFC finished first in the Eastern Conference last year. They're a good team. Just hear me out on that. Now, in second, I picked Orlando. This kind of home city factor plays into effect with Orlando, where you can kind of see, this is their home city. This is their home. They should be able to win games comfortably. They're the home team in every single game they play. None of the other teams have that home advantage, except the next team we're going to talk about, which is Inter Miami. Now, it's not like Inter Miami is an Orlando-based team, but they are a team based in Florida. And on top of that, they're an expansion team. They've had more time to train. It's like every other team, though, obviously. But as an expansion team, when they first came into the league, they were poor. But now they've had more time to train, more time to get to know each other and sort of kind of build on that. And on top of that, it's their home state, so they should be able to do well. Now, Seattle, I think is going to finish first in Group B because they are I think a lot of people could agree that this group for Seattle will be easy wins for them. Seattle, basically a guaranteed place in the knockout stage, in my opinion. I think they are a step above everybody in their group, and so Seattle's definitely going to get first. I don't think I need to really explain myself. They are one of the best teams in the MLS currently. Getting such an easy group is really, really kind of, yeah. And anyway, so in second, I went with San Jose. Obviously, we all know San Jose. They're a good team. We could expect something from them, okay? All I'm saying is expect something from them. They're kind of what? You predicted them to get second? Really? Expect something from them. That's all I'm saying. Expect them to do well. Now, as for Toronto, I think they are going to finish first in Group C. Another group where Toronto are kind of the favorites with Pozuelo and Piatti, I believe. 2 very good players and 2 players that can make a huge impact for Toronto FC, which is why mainly I predict them to get first. I think they're going to be very good. Now in second, I had DC with the addition of Federico Higuain. They already have a good team to work with. I think DC will be pretty good in this tournament. So second place of this group for DC. Now moving on to Group D, I actually went with a wild card team in this group, which may surprise a few of you. Why would he go for a wild card team in Group D? Here's my explanation. A lot of these teams are going to get points from each other. So predicting a wild card team isn't too crazy out of the ordinary, because these teams this is probably the worst group in the entirety of this tournament. So that's my reasoning. Now, in first in this group, I went with Real Salt Lake. I do personally like Real Salt Lake a lot. They're one of my favorite Western Conference teams, but yeah, it's no bias here. I really do think they have a decent team, and they could definitely push for first place of the group. So yeah. Now, next up, I had in second place Sporting KC. Sporting KC's SKC is a good team as well. They know they can provide results. I remember one time, this was very upsetting to me. Red Bulls finally made the U.S. Open Cup final. This would have been our first major trophy. I feel like the Supporters Shield, this is not a major trophy, even though it's what every other league would be the league title for. Anyway, so yeah. So aside from the Supporters Shield, this would have been our first ever trophy. No playoffs or anything. So yeah, and then we made it to the final, and we lost 2-1 against, I think it was Sporting KC. It might have been Vancouver, but I remember how upset I was. We were this close. I think it was Sporting KC that we were playing against. But anyway, yeah. So Sporting KC is going to be the team I predict to get second. Now, Minnesota is the team I went with the wild card. Now, I think Minnesota is a good team. I think a lot of people are hyping them up more than I am here, but I do think they are going to make it to the knockout stages inevitably. So yeah. So now we have the group with my favorite team, the New York Red Bulls. Now with an unbiased prediction here, I do think Atlanta will top the group, but I think it will be close. I think the Red Bulls will come in second. And then, yeah, we'll provide a detailed analysis. Now, Atlanta, again, one of the most brilliant teams in the MLS this season. So it shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that I'm predicting one of the favorites to win this tournament to be first in this group. Now, the Red Bulls, obviously, we are a good team as well. Now, Cincinnati, I feel, stands no chance of this group. They are just bottom of the group already. So, yeah. But yeah, so I think, yeah, we're going to finish second because we do have a good team. We do have a good team. A lot of people are kind of saying, they're going to be bad, but nah, we are going to be decent. But obviously, we're going to choke sometime in this whole tournament thing. I hope not. Can this be our first, I guess, major trophy? It counts, right? There's nothing after. There's no playoff. It counts. It counts. Anyway, so yeah, I predict Red Bulls to finish second and Columbus to be the wild card team. Now Columbus, I said at the beginning of the season, I said to my friend and I like, this is before all this happened, but I said to my friend, I said Columbus is going to win the MLS Cup this year. And it would have been against Minnesota, and I don't know why I thought that. It was weird. I think it's because of Stella Ryan. But no, I don't think they're going to win this whole tournament. I don't think they're going to win it. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to be the wildcard team. And then finally, in Group F, we have probably the most insane group. I mean, Houston probably going to finish last. We have LA Galaxy, LAFC, and Portland Timbers, who I'm going to talk about separately now. I had LAFC first. They are like the favorites to win this tournament. They have a good team, but what's gonna hinder them is I don't believe they actually have Vela for this tournament. I'm gonna read more into the back. I don't actually believe they have Carlos Vela. I'm gonna read more into it, but I don't think they have Carlos Vela. Yep, no Carlos Vela for this tournament. That is going to hinder their chances big time, and I don't actually think they're gonna win. But they're gonna still be good because they are a good team. So first in the group. Now Portland also have a very good team. I think now without Vela, LAFC could even be pushed down to second in this group. But Portland is a good team with Valeri and all. Let me just check, is Valeri available? Doesn't appear to be unavailable. Yeah, so yeah, Valeri will be a big impact. He is going to be there. And finally, I think LA Galaxy will be our final wildcard team here. They have a good team. Pavon, Chicharito. They released Katai recently for stupid-ass reasons that I don't want to get into. Maybe we'll make a separate video about what exactly happened with Katai. I actually want to see if Katai found a new team. Yeah, I don't think Katai's found a new team. Yeah, he hasn't. So, yeah, that is it. I'm going to make a video tomorrow and maybe a video about Alexander Katai on another date. I don't know. So, yeah, that is it for my MLS's back tournament predictions. Stay tuned for the knockout stage predictions when the whole group stage is over. I will make those too. So, without further ado, thank you and goodbye, everybody.